Supreme! Ah, it's so nice. Oh my gosh. How are you all? Great, amazing, adventurous souls, twin flames, couples, or just twin flames who are just individual souls who are trying to find where is the other half. We have amazing energy to share with you now. It's something supreme.
It's actually an answer to many of your questions, because many of you are coming back to us that they have difficulty connecting with their twin, even though both of them are here on Earth. And this is something that we as collective are supposed to work out together as well, and that's why we felt to share this message with you, because it will help not just you as a twin flame couple, but it will help the whole collective.
Yes, that's right, because we are one soul that is divided in all these amazing lives on Earth. What was I saying? So, we are all these amazing souls having individual lives everywhere, particular detailed lives, unique, amazing lives, and the more we help ourselves, the more we help the other life. So, we have received many comments, especially also saying that I am having this situation and this life with this being, and I don't know if it is a twin flame or not, you know. So this video will be very good for
we actually got inspired by another twin flame couple.
Yes.
They have a very beautiful YouTube channel. We're gonna put a link underneath to it. We follow them as well, and we just watched their video this morning, and they're helping other twin flame couples through healing and guiding as well, just like us. And this last video was wonderful because we are actually going to expand what they're saying there. They are speaking about the union between the twin flames and the stages it goes through and where the problems come. But we actually want to elaborate on stage number 2. You can watch their video as well, just the beginning at least, to see the different stages. But pretty much stage 1 is like we both come individually here on Earth and we have our own lives. And then stage number 2,
we go crazy.
is where we as individuals start working on ourselves as feminine and masculine energy. And in many of the cases, most of the cases, it's just because that's what we are working as collective on fixing and expanding as energy. So the feminine in most of the cases becomes more able to deal with everything alone. She comes to alive when she has achieved pretty much everything. She's financially stable, and
so it's pretty much like male energy.
Yes, but
comfort.
It's exactly, it's comfort
and
reaching
security,
a very comfort zone. And this is where in many cases the feminine twin flame doesn't want to come out from this comfort, and that causes the first issue, so-called. Because she doesn't want to come out from this situation. This hinders the union of the couple.
And on the other half, which is the masculine, he is like flowing around in space. For example, I can say my experience. I was already fed up of my job, and on the last moments I was smoking some tough, which is a name that I give to marijuana, tree of life, of frequency, and I was really lazy. I didn't want to do anything, and this was amazing for me. Maybe now, if I see it, I will say, oh, I prefer this much more, but on that time I was so comfortable, so peaceful. I was just like this.
So it's pretty much like the masculine becomes more passive energy.
Yes. I become more passive, more female.
As the feminine becomes more active.
More active, yes.
Yeah. And on that side as well, the masculine also stays in their comfort zone and they don't want to come out from there. And we are sharing this exactly because this is how things happened exactly with us. I had a very comfortable life before you appeared me. I was financially very stable already. I had achieved a career at which I was quite satisfied with myself, and you know, I was ready to grow, but then I decided to slow down so I can work on myself. But I was very happy. I was very, very peaceful. And you at the same time was exactly
also very peaceful.
Yes, very peaceful and floating, exactly how you said.
And we were exchanging conversations.
This is actually when we met for the first time on Facebook.
Does this mean as well that we are ready to get out of our comfort zone, or?
But that's where it
Yes,
comes the next
yes.
stage, which many of you actually skip, or you just don't want to move to that stage, and that's why you have issues with the union. And we're talking about working on balancing ourselves, working on balancing this masculine and feminine energy all together. Because when we already met, we were working very actively on balancing these two energies, and we were quite balanced.
Yes.
Already.
And we were ready to meet. We were getting ready to meet, actually. And then it comes another thing that's why we are elaborating this video, that we started to work on our physical vessels, on the diet. We started to purify ourselves.
We were talking in the morning that this was actually the key, together with all other spiritual work that we did on ourselves,
Yes.
to actually achieve this balance within each one of us between masculine and feminine.
Yes, and how can we be balanced on Earth if this is what is supporting us? It's supporting the emotional, the mental, the psychological, everything. So we need to be grounded and balanced, body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah.
And we actually transitioned together.
Yeah.
Even if I went first or you, it doesn't matter. It was a very short time difference.
It was
We went what they call vegan. We don't put labels, but it's just for you to know. No animal products. And then after a month or so, something like this, we went raw.
not entirely, but
Yeah, it took some time.
it was like primarily raw.
Yes, like 80,
90%,
90%.
80-90% to 100%. Many of the days we were fully raw.
And we realized that we keep on realizing even more and more that it's not just the body becoming super alive and vital, but also the other bodies, emotionally and mental, becomes so alive that you feel everything, thoughts, emotions coming through you like this and popping out, and you can deal with this much better. But at the same time, it's very hard if you don't want to face everything that you rejected. So this is very crucial.
I think this is more like a later stage. The first part is really to work on cleansing these channels. We have many useful videos that will help you to achieve this. You can use our music for that, or there's different practices like Nadi Shodhana.
What is this?
It's the breathing.
Ah, okay.
To balance the feminine and the masculine energy. You can achieve this through yoga as well. We were both practicing yoga, for instance, at that time.
It was so cool, really.
We were doing like...
we can put some pictures, because it was very nice.
We were doing like yoga together at the same time without even seeing each other. We were just knowing like, okay, I'm gonna do this yoga. I was sending you the video, and we were doing together.
And it was very cool. I was on my last days at work. I was working very crazy shifts. It was from 3 a.m., 3:30 to midday or 11, something like this. And I was making yoga at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. It was very crazy. It was at night. And then I was going to sleep. And
there's no time for such things and such practices. You can do whatever time you feel. We still have, for example, differences in preferences of doing such stuff. You like more in the mornings, I like more in the afternoons, but it doesn't really matter. The most important is do something, and I actually listen to your intuition. Your intuition will tell you what is the best to do to achieve this balance. But
everything we do.
Until you don't make some change in the diet, you will have very big difficulty into hearing your intuition. So beautiful.
And that's right. So everything we have achieved, it was not for forcing anything. Kundalini awakening is another thing that you should not force anything. It just happens naturally. As soon as you open and you get more receptive, that's it. Receptive and also sending some information. So you will do all this stuff. You will see it's very easy. You just go with the flow and everything will happen.
So what we are actually trying to say is don't, chase your twin flame or whatever. You will not achieve anything like this.
You said something so nice.
You just need to work on your balance, your inner balance.
Yes,
and when you achieve it, your twin flame will feel it and they will connect to you. This is what exactly happened with us.
Yes, and we only perceived that we were twin flames after maybe like quite a few months later on, huh?
Yeah.
It was even a year or something.
It was after we actually physically met.
Yes, I'm saying after physical, or otherwise it was...
Because this doesn't really matter. If you're twin flames or not, the most important is the energy, because this is valid for any kind of relationship as well. It's really a connection between two opposite and the same energies at the same time.
That's it.
Yes, so that's our message for all of you. Find a way to work on yourselves, no matter what it is, the best way for you, whether it's
the sun love.
Yes,
the
best thing.
Yesterday, because this is something that happens all the time, we know that by nature, but it's nice to remind that no matter what, if you have questions, if you are confused or whatever, the answer is love. Love, and follow the love. Follow the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is the love. That's it. Okay. Lots of love. And see you on the next trip.